King Charles hung out to dry? Because he was pictured, he's at COP28,
yes,
lecturing us all on how to reduce our carbon footprint while he flies around in a private jet. I'm not having a go at him for that. But he looked stressed and he looked worried, and apparently the reports that his doctor had been by his side all week.
Well, he did say that somebody asked him how he was, and he said, "I'm all right, sort of." And
right.
I think that's really sad, and it's actually quite a big thing for him to say, because he's always trying to be kind and nice, and he doesn't ever do me, you know.
It's a bit like one of those vague Facebook posts that women sometimes do, though. Like, just checked into hospital, no more information. But
yes, well, you can't expect him to say too much. But any adult would see what sort of pain he would have. I mean, it is just horrible, and it gets worse and worse and worse. And there seems to be no end of it. You know, interviews, Harry writing a book, now this second book from COVID, and then Meghan's going to do one. I think they must actually come to an end of this spitefulness.
Yeah.
And it just shows how important it is to them to win, especially Meghan. I mean, she's very formidable in that she has to win.
Yeah.
And I was just reading something this evening before I came in, that one of the big reasons is that she felt she wasn't given enough time to speak out,
right.
that she had grown a professional woman, so she should be absolutely more sought after than Catherine. So this is an absolute spitefulness, so that she's getting her own back. But she did come to think that the Queen would want all her ideas on making the royal family modern.
Yeah.
Well, I think she would have accepted some if she'd had time. You know, if you change your country, you change what you're doing, you come to such an extraordinary family, you need at least 2 years, I would think, to get used to them and get used to their ways.
Yeah. And it's a royal family. It's not going to be the same as another family.
Yeah.
You're literally becoming a princess. And also there's some advantages. Like, you're one of the 5 people in the country who can literally eat a swan. So, you know, there's some upsides that go with, you know, not being the centre of attention.
I don't know what a swan tastes like, so maybe
neither do I. I'm a commoner. I'm not allowed to eat them. But,
I see.
But I think the royals can eat them. I might be wrong in that. I'm not an expert.
Yes.
Can they? You're an expert. Can they?
Well, I haven't got that bit yet. I don't understand about that. No.
And do you think King Charles will retaliate in any way? I mean, there's been talk of him stripping their titles.
In theory, that's going round. In practice, I don't think it will happen, because he does love Harry, and then you're in a state where you hate what your child is doing, but something inside you makes you want to love them. And I think that the family are very anxious about what could happen if they parted, or the state that Harry could be in. And I think they are, well, I know they are there for him. The door is open. But he doesn't take any advantage of that. He's just behaving as Meghan tells him. He's more like a sort of servant to her, really, and listens to what she's doing. But there is a politician who wants to bring it to Parliament, and he wants to go back to Germany and Britain in 1917, the First World War, and bring in where that Germans couldn't take their British titles with them. They could be wiped out. And he wants to bring this to Parliament next week and make sure that they could do that. But he's just not very well known. It'll be something that he says, and then everyone will move on. But it's very difficult to remove their titles, because they can take off Duke and Duchess. But if they can't take away Prince Harry,
and
because
Prince
he's in the line. Well, then Meghan would be called Prince Henry, which I don't think she'd like, but that's how it would be. She wouldn't lose a title.
She wouldn't be called Princess?
No. She's not going to be. A princess is for somebody who... No, she won't be a princess.
Right.
It's not. She will be... Well, she'll be Princess Henry. She won't be Princess Meghan.
Right.
She can't be a princess in her own right.
Right.
So we would have to see, but I think it's very difficult to know what to do. I mean, William is furious. Charles is very sad about it and trying to calm things down.